Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. How y'all doing? Hope you're well. I'm Loxley, Sage of Strategy, the Caprian Card Shark, the board game Ghost? Ghost? Ugh. Clearly, I'm fine. I'm fine. I went to the gym, I lifted heavy things, and now I'm just tired. I'm Loxley, Sage of Strategy, the Caprian Card Shark, the board game Goat. And hello, good day, communists and homosexuals. I hope you're doing well. We're back in Disco Elysium, as you can see. Hey Gail, how you doing? Hope things are well. Yeah, we actually, I had the horrible realization I've actually progressed the plot quite significantly this time, or last time, I should say. We now know where we now know where the victim of the victim was. Also, I did some reading online, and apparently the pigs, who is the old lady who has our gun, apparently tends to not spawn if you fast travel right to her. Apparently you need to kind of give her time um to actually spawn in. So I'm just going to run all the way to the whirling in rags, and then we're just going to run back, and we're going to see if we can actually trigger this event. Fortunately, despite everything, Harrier Dubois, Lieutenant W. Freeter, is surprisingly quick, so can in fact run from the boardwalk to the whirling in rags in less than a minute, as you can tell from the clock down in the bottom right. No, seriously, it's quite weird. Like, I know it's a mechanical thing where it's like time passes in conversation, because that's how the time works, but also I feel it's quite weird that walking around and like walking a certain number of steps does not advance the time at all. Like, or if it does, it's very, very deeply minimal. I also hope we don't get shot. Actually, I know it occurs to me we probably want to have be carrying our torch. Harriet is an Olympic level sprinter. Mo Farah got nothing on us. Oh, you know what else I'm gonna hold? I'm gonna hold my binder. Harry is an Olympic level ambler. Harry, do yeah, boys. Hey SJ, how you doing? Hope things are well. How's it going? Hello? Hello? Right, this does not appear to have had the desired effect. You're scheming some Raspberry Pi plans. Ooh, fun. I have, I made something with a Raspberry Pi as part of a team thing a few years back. What plans are you scheming out of curiosity? Right, let's just see if we can do this again. Right, you know what? I'm gonna save. We're gonna exit out. We're gonna reload the setting. Save. Save right there. Load. Load that one right there. Confirm. You're going to make a word processor for distraction-free and portable writing. Ooh, cool. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I guess all you really need is, like, basic installation. So, oh wait, are you basically just creating the modern typewriter? How do you intend to go about that? Because surely, like, the best way I can think of doing it is probably just stick an installation of Linux on, or, you know, whatever your platform is, and just put on, like, any free open source writing instrument. Maybe it'll play music too. That does make sense. But the thing is, if it has music on it, that gives give you a license to potentially listen to podcasts, and that, as we have established, is the death of productivity. Oh, okay, no, I can just get that to pop up, can I? Well, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we are probably not going to get shot. The bad news is that I do not appear to be able to get the pigs to spawn, which is a shame. Yeah, try tomorrow night. I think I'm just gonna hope that I can. Because the thing is, I now know I'm on a bit of a time limit. Like, you know, these guys are not gonna wait forever. That at some point there is a tribunal, and I don't know what is gonna like trigger that, because I think certain events are clearly tied in. Like there's like being able to get to this side of the map is tied to like day 3 when the bridge is fixed. Yeah. Atmospheric music helps you write, so you'd love to put instrumental jazz or orchestral or trance shit. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you like having the individual,
it's raining. Time.
You'd have to make a personal oath not have lyrics and shit. I guess the best suggestion I could make would be to like just have the MP3s and an MP3 player on there. And because I think fundamentally the thing you want to avoid is just having anything that actually connects to the internet.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down.
Go to sleep.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Yeah. Just let me sleep.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately?
Yes.
Saved anyone lately?
I mean, metaphorically, yes.
Murdered anyone lately?
No.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
Are we talking about like 3? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like, yeah. Okay, no, I'm not going to rationalize. Yeah, I as a character before I lost all of my memories, I was responsible for 3 deaths in the line of duty.
Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater, under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream.
I'm gonna guess this is related to my ex-partner.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
The air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
And then I wake up.
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment, When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Okay, so we'll not go back there then. Are we the next Innocents or something? I mean, I have said that. It is really odd. Like, but I could definitely see this game be going into a weird... Yeah, no, I know the city talked to us. I could see this game going into a weird sci-fi space in which, one, yes, we are the Innocents, and B, it's just deeply fucked us up. I mean, that would kind of explain a lot. Like, the complete memory hole? I don't know. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Okay. I feel like we should be able to tell Kim about the body, but okay. I'm going there now, don't worry. Like, first thing. But also, don't forget we also have to discuss things with the witness / potential murderer. We just, like, communed with the fundamental nature of the people of Revachol, and the nature of the people of Revachol is terribly fucked up. I mean, or the nature of Revachol as interrogated via the mind of Harry is deeply fucked up. I mean, I feel that's kind of the unwritten, obvious thing to consider. It's not necessarily that Revachol is fucked up, it's that however Harry is interpreting whatever goes on in his brain is terribly fucked up.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle.
Hold on.
Lieutenant leans over the corpse and examines his face. 2 glassy eyes stare back at him.
Looks like he's been dead for a while. I'm surprised no one found him before you came along. Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
It would explain why we eternalize everything as profound, from weird racist rhetoric to communism to art theory, to, let's not forget, the 58% complete homosexual underground.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
I don't know how I got 3 on Superstar Cop, by the way. I have no idea. When the hell? What the hell? When did I get... Oh, right. When I was being threatening to... Probably when I was being threatening to the Hardy Boys. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, fair enough. I was kind of leading into that bit then. Cannot dispute, really. Oops, accidentally did a fascist. I mean, have you seen my country?
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
He looks like me. I could have ended up just like him, dead on some empty wall walk with my bottle next to my corpse.
Well, at least you're not married.
Ow, Kim. Additional morale damage.
Or, what if you are?
Hey Faye, how you doing? Welcome to the newly coronated Shit King Club. Oh god, yeah, you're from... That makes sense.
But let's try to not run ahead. For
I
now,
know,
all we
I mean...
know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
So are we talking about the King of Thailand?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior.
Yeah, it definitely is. Wait, hang on. Am I right? Is this the one who ended up, like, super in the media because he was the most surreal party boy? Rabbit that's the party animal. Okay, right. I was the one they had to kind of stop, like, basically just lock up in the palace. The surreal Hardy Boy. The foreign party animal living in Germany. He's king now. Oh my word.
But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure. From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
What about field
A
autopsy?
field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
You know what? We found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Okay. Library card? I don't remember getting a library card. Forward library card. Oh yeah, I need to read this before 10 o'clock tonight.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Okay, so call them in about an hour and a half.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Okay, cool. In the meantime, I guess we will go to the whirling. Is Kim's accent? I mean, I'm sure the voice actor is. Yeah, I was going to say I wasn't hearing anything specific to indicate Asian. All I got was that his voice actor is definitely French. I imagine they have probably hired an Asian, a French Asian person. Sorry, the issue. Your brain was scanning Asian. Oh, that's fair. The thing is, I don't know how people of Asian descent living in France refer to themselves, because we have the terminology is actually completely reversed between the UK and North America, because in the UK the British Asian population refer to themselves as the British Asian population, whereas I know it's in North America it's Asian American. Seems the walker was either just very drunk or out of his mind. So yeah, I have no idea if it would be more correct to say French Asian or Asian French. Julien Champenois. Oh, is he not Asian and French? No, he's pretty white. Go figure. I mean, you know, you scanned what you heard, Faye. Are you back? Okay, anyway, we're gonna have a chat with the lady. The voice acting is still very good regardless. Yes, it is. It is indeed a shame. Wait, is it? Is that so? That's Kim's room, I believe.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
This room has sad all over it. Mind you of your own. You know what? No, we're gonna talk to this woman first, and then we will see what can. My instinct says to snoop, which is not necessarily a good instinct, but it is an instinct.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Okay, doesn't seem to be anything particular. Specifically European French, not Quebec French. Yeah, I mean, I was definitely hearing it as, sorry, Kim, you're not invited. Was not meant to lock Kim away there.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Interesting.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Oh, I should check. Let's try it.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind.
Well
It's
done,
a
me.
Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Thank you, Kim. Oh, I can interact with it. I feel like I don't want to be wearing the interfacing gloves. What gloves do I have? I don't need half-light. I don't think this is going to be a fighty thing. Maybe electrochemistry? Empathy? Yeah. I don't have any empathy gloves. A statement that is increasingly bizarre as we play this game. Empathy. My empathy is currently at +2. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing a non-empathetic... get some empathy in this economy? We try. Okay, hang on. Let's take off this. I feel like physical instruments is not the way to go. I mean, it gives me drama. Alright, you just have to go. Don't mind me, ma'am. I just need to get my go through and go through my various outfits and decide what I want to wear whilst we have this conversation. I feel like composure might be a good thing to go for. We got boosted drama, boosted empathy. Where's the physical instrument coming from? Empathy's good. Electrochemistry, composure. Oh, I don't need. Yeah, let's not go for the drama. Let's go for the drama one. Yeah, not too fussed about shivers. Savoir-faire is not great. Spread your back, keep your poker face. Yeah, you know what? Maybe some rhetoric. I feel like rhetoric might be helpful. What do I have for rhetoric? My rhetoric actively being... Oh, okay, just take that off. That's fine. And drama. Yeah. Cool. Let's have a chat.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
Hey, Tetsi. Hey, you just got us as we're about to have a conversation with Miss Oranje Disco Dancer.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice
It's
view.
much nicer now.
Oh, yeah, that's
Where
fair.
the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
She's the one who killed him. You mentioned a key lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They
Disco
also say
Infernum.
that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
I am Kim Kitsuragi. I am a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
This does not come as good news to him.
I mean, fair.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
It's not really important. I have very little idea of what I'm doing, but again, that is unimportant to the case at hand.
I can see that you have, officer.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Thanks, Coach, but I think I'll dilly-dally this time.
You'll sound like a namby-pamby.
Yeah, what is your name?
Clausier Amondu.
And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I'm 28.
And are you a trucker?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Okay, so do you actually... I did ask what's your specialization, which I guess is a really Bad question.
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Okay, how do you make money then?
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Ranislet.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor.
Okay.
A secretary. Miss Ranier 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Aranye, now there is something you should linger on.
Pipe down.
Mm-hmm. I would offer you coffee, but it's garbage. Literally tastes like poison.
Could we see some ID?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I mean, fair enough. How do I know you told us your real name? I mean, it matches what they said downstairs, but again, that doesn't really say anything. You have thoughts?
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
The record. So official.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail.
We know that you have thoughts. We know the location of 2 mercs. I mean, we know the location of 1 merc and an ex-merc. But then he's an ex-everything, really. Dead and Scab, yeah.
Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style? Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Okay. It tells you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Oh, this is not going to be a fun conversation.
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him.
He's dissociating. Maybe.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, this definitely... Maybe I'm wrong, Kale. I think you might be right, actually. Also,
It's
this is
all
definitely...
very organic.
This is
Her
not the
mannerisms,
face.
Her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Interesting. Classic reaction. Easier to call the bad sex than accept victimhood. Well, unless... Yeah, I take your point.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe.
Oh.
It was clear the latter would be spicier. Pretty much.
Warming them.
We partied. A lot of partying going on.
Like the kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Ma'am, that's terrifying. Harder than this, I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
You don't bite. She was there during the lynching. Something set the Hardy Boys off. Again, I'm pretty sure she shot him. What the reason for that was, I don't know.
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
You liked him?
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Okay, what can you tell me about him?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know... hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Okay, how do the Hardys know you then?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Do you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
Was it at the same time?
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy boys?
I have. Which ones, sir?
Fair enough.
I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Oh!
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Okay.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
If it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Tearing off his armor. Demeaning him. Throwing rocks at him.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Leather?
So,
Wait.
she's got mystery foam cutter.
Wait, how do you know that process? How do you know to do that?
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
They're already Aurigny's mercs. Don't really know. Do I have that information? No, I think it's like they're mercs. They're just from. I don't think they're from anywhere specific.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
I think you're the woman in the thing.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Okay, why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
Are you not the Hardy girl?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
You're not the Hardy girl.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
Sylvie?
It's hard to know what to think about that answer. She's just tired. Don't push her too much. She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
I feel like if there was going to be something about her shoes, visual calculus would have piped up. Like, it's high enough. Like, empathies flags things, physical instruments flag things, perception has flagged things. If there was anything about her shoes, I feel like visual calculus would have piped up. We can't see the bottom of her soles. True, but again, we can see her feet. We can see, like, get a rough estimate of the size.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
As he says so, you feel the young woman looking at you and get a feeling you can't quite put your finger on. A suspicion? She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
I don't think I think Sylvie might be the Hardy girl, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
Yeah, the wear is from the truck.
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol. Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Yeah, I've contaminated it pretty bad. The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The SAD got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door. For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial SAD spill in there. That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past.
It's a feeling, white and filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got. With a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Probably, yeah.
Love is terror. Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it. With money, sir. It's not exactly the anti-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The anti-star is, or was, a vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Yes, you're just one room away. Very personal.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay. Do I have any volition? Do I have anything for volition? Come on, tell me I've got one volition thing. A slight boost. You'd guess I don't. I don't remember seeing a lot of purple. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it.
Hello, officer. What brings you up
17%.
here again?
She looks back. Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise.
I mean, I might get another level up.
You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
What is happening?
Nothing. Just time passing. Don't worry. Anything out of the ordinary and you would be notified. Air moves in your windpipe. Your heart beats. You're a detective. Get back to detecting.
Okay, we're gonna
The
avert my eyes.
strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
Not my favorite topic. How about we,
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now I hear superstar and law official in a sentence. They sound weird together.
What are you, deaf? They're perfect, like rock star politician and drug addict teacher. Embrace the superstardom you've worked so hard to establish.
No, I'm trash.
Yeah, a cool, trash superstar. Big dick cop down on his luck. Salam Rocky by here. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
I'm sorry, what's the ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know.
You okay?
Believe it is just heartbreak. A pulmonary tract infection. Atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend.
No. Thank you, but no. Oh, no.
This window, smooth as ice. There are spots following your lead. The lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
What is this?
Maybe it
Guilt
isn't.
now?
I mean, 24-hour window is out of business. What were your options?
Embrace the superstar? No, I feel like no cop should embrace the superstar, especially Harris. Harry, whatever his name is. Okay, wild theory. Shoot.
This medicine cabinet, it's been used. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
I think we may have this one.
A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
No. He was shot dead. He was shot and dead before he was strung up.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Okay, so why did she tell us all of it?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay, we're gonna maintain the composure, I think. If we got anything else that can boost composure. I feel like composure is fairly essential in dealing with the Hardys. Maybe some reaction speed as well. Actually, the rhetoric is probably the more useful. Authority? Like, no matter what I do, my authority is for shit. Like, I definitely see myself removing some stuff for, like... Well, it's part of having, like, literally -1 from authority, and then... Oh, okay, so it's just because I'm holding the ledger. So I can get my authority down to a mere -1, which is currently 2. Like, let's just quickly go through how much authority I could muster. Because the thing is, so this is authority. Authoritatively nude. Yeah, I'll be honest, I could get to a grand total of, yeah, I could get to a grand total of 4 authority, which, honestly, at that point, not even worth it. I'm going to go composure. I'm going to focus on being composed. Maybe some reaction speed. Maybe something to boost my rhetoric. I don't really want to lose my empathy, though. What is volition? I forget what volition is. Hold yourself together. Feel like that's not as useful as, say... You know what? Rhetoric... I feel like something that gives me reaction speed might be useful. What are my current classes? Empathy and empathy up, logic down. Sure, I can't get worse with the authority. Yeah, we're just honestly going to try not to fucking shit ourselves in front of the Hardy Boys. You got anything?
I've got nothing to say.
Okay, fine. Hi, Titus.
It's you again.
We're not going authoritatively nude.
Again? Seriously, man. Yeah, whatever. Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Oh, good. You real subtle there.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore. Nor
What?
did he say anything about trusting her.
I mean, no? That's... You can't just say, for the record, and then just lie. That's not how anything legal works.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch.
Oh, for God's sake.
You know the type.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Got the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Titus Hardy. Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why, won't you listen to it? You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
Yeah, let's not really get into the whole they don't care about getting the truth when you've been lying to me, motherfucker.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocks.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Your room had one. Or maybe...
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
We do have a tape player. We can literally go and listen to this right now. Bitch, you are human ugliness.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader. You push, command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style.
It's not great. Also, the audio editing. Like, it's not helping that you, Kale, specifically made a thing about all the ways that you can make audio like blend together, and they're not doing shit here. Like, either, unless it's deliberate, this bit sounded completely different from this bit.
Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your portal-reel. The tape stops spinning.
End of recording. One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his? A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about. Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still, I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't at all. It just says that he was like, it definitely doesn't paint him in a great life. He had a scar on his face and spoke with a lisp. You're right. Good point. Unless the lisp was an affectation, I don't know. Why, it sounds like bad acting.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
Yeah, on this tape, he specifically identifies you as a target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's a very good question.
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Yes, those are the exact words he used. Wait, what?
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Okay, why say that things like that? Was it just machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for? Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Plagir, I don't want to judge, but you have horrible taste.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Okay, we can specifically ask this, but...
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality. We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Quohoy here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
The tragic version of the pixie waking nightmare woman.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
We talk to Joyce? I'm sure we can, but like I feel like we should follow up with the Hardys first.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
Okay, that
He said
tracks.
His real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Like, that is a really common thing in armed forces, is like, you either have a name that, not even call sign. It's more like you get like a name that's just basically assigned to you. Like, in the British Army, it's very common that, if you are like beans a little bit, yeah. But also like in the British Army, if you are in an English regiment and you have a Scots guy in your group platoon, I don't know, that Scots one's going to be called Jock. You had a CO who's named Puck because he was short and round. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a nickname. It's something that people will. It's not a call sign in an official sense. It's just something you're gonna get called. If you share a distinctive surname with a famous person, you're gonna get that name. You're gonna get that name. So, like, if somebody's surname is Fisher, for example, they might be called Carrie. If this is a genuine thing. You got golden gloves. Nice.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink.
You got in a bar fight early in your naval career. Well, sounds like you won.
The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
He had many scars.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
Bless you for thinking that.
There is no challenge without competition. There must be an opponent.
Hello,
the young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's enjoying this.
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Why did Joyce say he had a lisp?
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde, He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
I'm just gonna keep going.
The young woman nods.
It very well could be, yes. What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean? Of course. Oh, that. It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
I mean, I think it's worth pointing out, Kale, that there was no real description of the voice, and I believe the voice acting came in afterwards. It's entirely possible they just didn't get a very good voice actor. Like, I feel like if that was going to be a plot point, like, we did ask about, we have been told about the list, we have been told about it being soft-spoken. I feel if that's going to be a significant point, that should have kind of flagged up.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Your taste is awful.
And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
And you were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this feels like a bad plan.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. Change of topic, perhaps? A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss, but we'll manage without your help for now.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think...
Okay, so they were both from the
municipality is
same
term.
place.
A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex, alcohol, speed, probably also sildenafil. No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
Grim.
He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing.
Oh, I felt that.
I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
I feel like I shouldn't mention the... Yeah, no. Okay, cool.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Oh, hang on.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
What she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
18 years in service. God, I could be...
Yes? Do you want to know the truth?
Oh, God.
To the laboratorium.
Oh, good. Okay, let's have a quick poke at Volition. Or just be like 35. Yeah, probably. Okay, and let's have a quick hop on of the... There were definitely some... There was a Volition... Yes, the Terratorn tie. So my Volition currently stands at the weighty 4.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Give it a shot.
Just like the last, don't worry. We will protect you. We will see through. You are at the strange moment.
Have I opened my police ledger? Yeah, a bunch of times. Is that something I'm meant to be doing with it?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage, arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
No, it doesn't say my name. Say it. It doesn't say. Weirdly, it doesn't say my.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some.
Yeah, it doesn't. Weirdly, it does not say anything about my age on either my police report or my ID.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm.
This is the Insulindian lily, called Mabel's or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Yes, but not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army. So it's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
And on that note, hey Daisy, how you doing? We have looked in the secret compartment. You mean the that's where we get the that's where we got the where's it gone? What happened to the bubblegum wrapper? The big sad card. That wasn't a sad card. Hang on, what was apricot chewing gum wrapper? Yeah. That seems to have gone. What's in here? The letter?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Well, do you know what we got? Physical instrument we can do, baby. What kind of ice cream are you getting? I'm sure I have more physical instrument stuff. Or maybe I don't. Who the hell knows? No, that's has to be actively harmful to my physical instruments. Sure, whatever. Coffee with thin chocolate jimmies. I don't know what chocolate jimmies are.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Really? Your favorite ice cream place is now a 20-minute drive from your house? Oh, dangerous. Jimmy's is sprinkles. Oh, okay. Do I not have anything else that gives me... I don't have anything that actively is harming my physical instrument. Nope. Okay, fine. We'll give it a shot.
Small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
That one I get? Okay, sure.
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
Bent metal. Broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff and despair.
Kudos.
Anti-object task force. There's a tiny hole in the wall? Oh, that's concerning. Wait, it did say that there was...
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linen.
I did get the sensation I was being looked at.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were those people doing in there? They were fucking, but that's not important. Okay, this feels like a visual Sorry, I'm going to be switching clothes a lot here. Get me some visual calculus going on. Nothing says police like fashion disaster. Damn straight. Changing right in front of the peephole? Quiet.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new. 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
You love the thought of Kim sighing and turning around every time Harry should start stripping off his clothes.
This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. Shoe size is 41 to 42. maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This is, unfortunately, the worst, most vague shoe size there is. Of course. Damn.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Wait. Wait. A tiny hole. A tiny pinhole. So, going back to something SJ mentioned about the shattered window, could be a bullet hole. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if it might be.
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Got a pinball machine? Pinball maker's coat. It would have to have been an accident. Why would it have to be an accident? If somebody's got a gun up against the wall, it might be luck that it went into such an unobtrusive area. Pinball makers known for their coats. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. I guess there used to be a pinball machine? All windows taped shut with black plastic you can't see outside. Because that might be the hand-eye coordinate. Sure, why not? Oh, that is a nice coat. He wore his goddamn armor in bed in the shower. If they shot him through the wall, they'd be more likely to hit and kill her. I think, to be fair, that was very much an exaggeration because she also mentioned that he was lying naked on the bed and she was looking at the star tattoos. So I don't think you can say you can take her phrasing as absolutely accurate. I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but yeah, I think there's a mixture of things going on there. Spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. The bullet was in his head. Yeah, it was basically in his mouth.
Over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Okay, let's take a quick close look.
Great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy.
This one's such a weird place.
Peak, Corpus Mundi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit. Indeed, think of them as balls.
I will come back to this. I feel there's other stuff I need to do than pinball. Like, tempting as it is to become the pinball wizard, I feel this is not the way to go about it right now.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
Okay, fine. I'll go be the pinball wizard. There has to be a twist.
Over there, in the corner, not just any pinball.
Ah, great.
Cornelius will get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
Get in.
Go, go, Fingerboy.
I have a very supple wrist.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
Ah, a racist colonial mountaineer. Whoever would have thought?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
Yeah.
He also hit his wife.
Oh,
and
fuck.
Kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'd lead with that over the hunting trophies. Like, definitely the fact that he was racist paints him as quite the shit. Also, like, but just like the general abusive nature.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3.
Hunting trophies is not a great sign. Yes, I agree.
Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go. Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself.
Loving that I'm having the breakthrough about my pinball made me gayer. Yes, I was about to say.
Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass.
What?
The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and
What?
the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
What?
Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness.
This is actually super cheap.
This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next.
Hell yeah.
You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done.
I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Why not?
How, if you can't even see it? The last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee.
I tried.
There goes nothing, Fingerboy.
It's a red check as well.
Homosexual underground. Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
I have stopped obsessing about my sexuality. Cool.
Yes?
I have big news, Kim. Tell Kim about how you no longer obsess over your sexuality.
Okay.
I've managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, though.
What?
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Kim, you on a date?
That's the truth.
Yes?
Let me smooch Kim! Anyway. 20-hour mind
This
project.
small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
You mean, is this the way we just came down?
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
That's terrifying.
This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
That it does. I say, let's brave it. At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Your optimism is delightful, Kim. You think you would have had to pass a red check to get the content you were freaking out about? I don't need 8 hours to tell you I'm gay. Have you not noticed how shady I am?
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic. There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken. A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long time ago.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
Wait, so how did we get down? We've already been
The
up
elevator
this.
stands open.
Why was there an issue? Why did we not get that dialogue when we were upstairs?
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel? There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it. Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue. If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse.
No, it isn't. Right, let's go antagonize Titus Hardy further. Also, possibly Gart. Like, we're just antagonizing a lot of people today.
Hey, was there something you needed? Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time? And your... Another thing. Great. I love those. What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face. What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my stuff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
You want to play a game?
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine, that one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling's part of the doomed commercial area.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
Wait, you know of the curse?
Everyone knows of it.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, it's lifted on the intercom outside. Also, you should get your wiring fixed.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
The whirling was once the East State Delta Pinball Arcade, which fails, though perhaps the whirling will escape.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework? These high ceilings? The nice rooms? Well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost...
He's done a fine job, too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way.
God damn it, God, why are you making me feel emotions?
Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Yeah, you shouldn't be so worried about that label.
I don't place much stock in the curse and so on, but the label frightens the clientele. Who wants to stay at a doomed hostel? Everything's doomed enough without that.
Okay, so who actually owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
Yeah.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
Oh.
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
You wanted to evoke the name You're Vast and You're Sad?
Good pick.
Okay.
What about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
You're guessing there aren't that many others.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
Phone dying, your dad stole your charger. See you on the flip side. Thank you for swinging by, Faye. I really appreciate you hanging out.
Yes.
Okay, goodbye. Right, Titus Hardy. Let's go have a chat with you. What is this for? Empathy and hand-eye? I feel composure is possibly more useful, but we'll go for it. Let's go for dramatic shirt, though.
Hi again, Gendarme. Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Maybe you should figure it out, detective. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Hi, Titus.
Again. Just get the...
Good one.
About fucking time.
Okay, I talked to Claudia about the tape.
And?
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets. Ready for another blow.
And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything. It didn't change her mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
It didn't come as a surprise to her.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Yeah, your excuse for killing the guy seems to have just fallen the fuck apart.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
Ugh. No. Pipe down, electrochemistry. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. I mean...
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head. Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Yeah, come on, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
Yeah, didn't admit to killing him or shooting him.
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand. Your little investigation is over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Okay, Gart has grown on me.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
I can definitely do rhetoric. I can get that higher. Okay, I have so much rhetoric stuff. That's rhetoric. I have at least 2 rhetoric things. That's rhetoric. Something's actively harming my rhetoric. Oh no, I just have 2 plus 2 rhetoric. Fine. Okay, nothing more for rhetoric. Every single time.
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, convince Titus he's being manipulated. 97%.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter. But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Let's do this.
Outside, under the rising sun, tattered and in ruins, the windows of the cafeteria aglow with her morning light.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because you work for the wrong people.
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
Oh?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Lizzie.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So you didn't kill him? He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? Two of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Oh. He just changed.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
Okay, what happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
Okay.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Eesh.
Good analogy, boss.
Fucking shut up, Dennis.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus. We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window.
Through the window?
Dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Yeah, I know that, but it's like, does that mean the only other merc the only other person we know who would be able to like fire from a range would be the other merc? Literally, yeah, it's the sniper.
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything.
They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world.
Oh, shit.
Where she came from. They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Yeesh.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Sorry I made you
Me
guys
too.
fight. Okay, so who killed the merc?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you think you had ideas about his past?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with
Who's your ballistics buddy?
He's calm now, threw all that turmoil away, and became himself again.
Okay, whose idea was it to hang him?
in a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
There's an old-fashioned gun, not a front loader. Yeah.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
Yeah, it's her, isn't it? Drug trafficker, the missing eighth Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You're gonna stonewall me if I ask anything more about her.
Glad you understand that.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Okay, thank you for this, Titus.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
Suddenly, the wind picks up outside. You hear it rattling the large windows in their frames. It carries newspapers, circles the whirling in rags in a warm column.
So, I do acknowledge that it was an old-fashioned gun, and the mercs are hit out there with the top-of-the-line weapons, but if you want to kind of blame it on a bunch of poor locals, you find an old gun.
She, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but
you prefer if we still didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Where do we get the bus? Yeah, but there's one of many, and also there's like the massive amount of the massive number of the bunker of storage the other side of the river that we weren't able to get into. Like, it's not a perfect theory, but it definitely is. It definitely has potential. Yeah, it's definitely not the gun we're carrying. It's more just possibly a gun from the same stash. Or a similar stash from a different area. Hi, Claudia.
It's always good to see you.
I get the feeling that's not been the case.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You were expecting this?
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
I mean, you clued us in pretty well.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into. You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the
What just
moral
happened to the
law.
weather?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Oh God, what did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
What did you do? What did you have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage.
Oh.
I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
Oh, is that all? Yeah, that's chill. That's fine.
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
As the moral intern guy who hangs around, you're right.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
You don't, Kim. You really don't.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank.
Oh, okay,
They
we're doing
sound
this.
Small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Oh, yeah, like, Clasier, like, fuck it, no, we're not doing that at all.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
I actually used to know somebody who did a bit of who'd done a bit of industrial espionage. Interestingly enough, nothing to this extent, but like she was sometimes hired to go into companies.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
One of them killed themselves because of me.
Ugh.
She says it quickly, like she's said it 100 times, to herself to get used to the idea. Out of guilt.
That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I drank myself into a fucking oblivion.
There you have it. The way of the warrior. We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
This is why she's hanging around with fucked up guys like Lily. It's half self-flagellation. I think you're right. Yeah, her voice actress is really bringing everything to this. It's amazing.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
A great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Oh, God.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
This doesn't fit with the testimony of Titus Hardy. He said she was higher than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Jeez.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head.
A top electrochemistry.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
Yeah, she was in shock. It makes sense.
No, nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets. Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
And Ruby's the 8th Hardy.
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
Of the Hardys.
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Electrochemistry and physical instrument are constantly that tweet, like, that I am uncomfortable and we are not about me.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy boy?
Why not? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom.
Jesus.
I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too.
Christ.
It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Yeah, she needs a lot of... the trouble is, like, she's clearly not going to get it in police custody.
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy boys.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
That's
Sniper,
the first thing that
yeah.
went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah, probably not.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there. Because I'm an idiot. You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud.
God damn it. God damn it, Kuno.
So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Wait, Angus? Is Angus Hardy? Huh, that... You know what? That tracks. That does explain why Titus is a bit more protective.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you. And she's a flight risk.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Angus and Tibbs took care of it. Angus, I think it's vaguely worded.
No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Wait, what? What is this drama? The love that did him in? Hang on, I'm going to return to this.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all. If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Yeah, we don't need to go into this. Thanks.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. A vague sense of disappointment fills you. The glass shimmers as if taunting you with its secrets. You get the feeling this room would tell you something crucial if you only knew how to listen. The window stands mute.
Well, hey, you know what? Fucking level up visual calculus, baby. Do we have any of the visual stuff? Okay, we definitely have visual calculus glasses. There we go. Anything actively harming my visual calc? One second.
This window is pristine on the inside.
Let's try this
unlike the
again.
one next to it. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
As a person who's who's necrophobic, this is a fucking nightmare.
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Okay. I actually need to leave this here for the time being. So we are going to come back to this next week. I'm hoping that I can save. I will work it out if not. But yeah, I need to... Hang on, can I leave?
The same two neon-lit shapes.
Oh, okay, we can just come back to this. So, I'm going to finish up. I'm just going to find somebody to raid, and then I'm going to finish up, and I will be back next week. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We are definitely learning. We've basically solved the case. That was not something I was expecting to do. Like, I think we need to get our character to catch up a little bit, but we can't do that. That's absolutely fine. And yeah, I think we kind of are getting to where we're going. Nearly there. Nearly there. I have no idea how this game ends. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. What the hell do I want to go to? Who's playing what? You know what, Rosette? I enjoy Rosette's stuff. We're gonna go raid her. So yeah. We're gaining him progress. Found out about Ruby, yeah, totally. Yeah. This has been pretty good. Not bad for a few hours on a Thursday, on a Tuesday, on a Thursday night? What the hell is the day? Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. I will not be here this weekend, so there will not be any Hollow Knight stream on Saturday. What I'll probably do from next week, because I'm going to be having a few weekends off, is do like one day a week is Disco, one day a week is Hollow Knight. But yeah, I'm not sure which order. I'm probably going to jump straight back into Disco next Tuesday because I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. And I do hope you join me for it. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming for you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And until next time, I've been Loxley, Sailor of Strategy, the Caprian Card Shark, the board game goat. Have a wonderful night, and ta-ra.